Hey guys, so today we're going to look at division. So we've looked at multiplication for the last 2 days. Today we're going to look at division. So we're going to start with a 3-digit number divided by a 1-digit number. And then your homework part will be 4-digit numbers divided by 1-digit numbers. So you're just adding an extra number in there. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first problem we have is 136 divided by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up in the standard long division method. So I have 136 underneath my house, and then I have 4 on the outside of my house. So that's what I'm dividing by. So 136 is being divided by 4. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we start on the left-hand side of our number here and go all the way across. So we're going to start with 4 into 1. I know that 4 cannot go into 1, so I'm going to go ahead and move over. So I'm going to do my first 2 numbers together. So 4 into 13. So I know that 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, and 12 is 1 away from 13 without going over, so that's what I'm going to use. 4 times 3, so I'll put my 3 here. 4 times 3 is 12. 12, so I need to subtract that. 13 from 12, 12 from 13. So 13 minus 12 is 1, so I have a 1 here. I need to bring this number down. So now I have 16. So 16 divided by 4, 4 into 16. How many times will 4 go into 16? Well, I know that 4 times 4 is 16. So I'm going to put a 4 here. And then I know 4 times 4 is 16, so minus 16, and that is 0. So I have no remainder left over. Okay, so my answer here is 34. So when I do 136 divided by 4, my answer is 34. Okay, so let's try a problem on your own this time. So this time, your problem is 641 divided by 3. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to take a second, go ahead and pause the video, take a second, work that problem out in the standard method, and then we'll come back together as a group and we'll work it out together. Okay, so now we're going to look at 641 divided by 3. So 641 is inside my house, 3 is on the outside of my house. So we're going to start just like we did with the last problem that I showed you guys how to do. 6, we're going to start with our 6 here. So how many times can 3 go into 6? Well, I know that 3 times 2 is 6. So I'm going to put a 2 here. All right, and then when I subtract, so minus 6, so that gives me a 0. I'm going to bring down my 4. Okay, so there's that. There's my 4. So I know how many times does 3 go into 4? Well, I know that 3 goes into 4 one time with 1 left over. So I can do 1. 3 times 1 is 3, so minus 3 is 1. Then I bring down my last number here. So now I have 11. So what times 3 goes into 11? Well, I know that 3 times 4 is 12, but that's too many, so I need to go back 1. So 3 times 3 gives me 9, so I'm going to subtract my 9. 11 minus 9 is 2, so I have a remainder of 2. So my answer for this problem, 641 divided by 3, is 213 with a remainder of 2. Okay, so what you guys should be doing on your homework is you're going to have 4 numbers divided by 1. You do it the exact same way as 3. Okay, you just have an extra number thrown in there. If your answer has a remainder, write it as a remainder. Do not write it as a decimal because you should not be using a calculator. Okay, do not write it as a decimal. It should be written as a remainder. So if you have any questions about anything, just let me know. Shoot me an email. I'll be glad to help you however I can. And have a great rest of your day.